When the credits started rolling across the screen, Mark looked at me with that look he gives me whenever he catches me looking at the diaper commercials on TV or lingering on the diaper ads in magazines a bit too long. "What?" I said when he didn't say anything. I was lying on my side, propped up on one elbow and had my pillow tucked between my knees. I had on a yellow and white hockey jersey with my blue sweatpants because both were extra soft against my skin and didn't make me itch. "You want to touch it, don't you?" he asked mischievously. No. I lied. Mark made a disbelieving murmur and accused me of lying like a dog. Not. I argued with my eyes still pasted to his diapered butt. "Then why are you sporting a tent pole in your sweatpants?" he asked, and managed to embarrass me enough that I finally was able to avert my eyes. I rolled onto my stomach and whimpered when my dick was forced down. "Ouchie. Bet that hurt." Mark cackled. I buried my face in my pillow and hissed, "Shut up and go put the other tape in the VCR." Mark made it a point to squat in front of the TV as he rewound the second movie and got the third movie ready to put in once the other was done. The plastic crinkled loudly as he squatted only a foot from my face, and the smell of baby powder was extremely prevalent. By the time he was putting in the third movie, my head was swimming and I couldn't see anything but his pure white diaper. As he stood up, he purposefully did it in a way that his diapered but came within inches of my face, and that's when it happened. Oh man. I moaned and ended with a small whimper. Mark turned around and looked at me with mild disgust. "Did you just do what I think you just did?" he asked. Was all I was able to say. "Oh man, you just did what I think you did," he answered for me. My face dropped to the floor. "Kill me now." I moaned again. I started to get up while Mark was lying down again. "Where you going?" he asked sarcastically. "If you must know, to change my pants and get some more anti-itch cream." I answered just as sarcastically. "Maybe you should get in my backpack and grab yourself one of these." He continued talking as I walked away from him. "Sure would cut down on the laundry." I went to my bedroom to change into a different pair of sweatpants, but when I flicked on the light switch, the first thing I saw was his blue and gold backpack lying on my bed. I swallowed hard, went to my bedside and pulled open the top of his pack. Sure enough, Mark had brought more than just the one diaper, which he was currently wearing. Actually, it looked like he'd gotten in the habit of carrying several with him because I found 4 more diapers and they were still inside the original package. I pulled them out and read the outside of the plastic packaging. It said, "Tenor Super Briefs," and they were size medium. It also said maximum absorbency for nighttime or extended protection, and in the upper left corner was a yellow oval with the words, "with Instadri skincaring system." I put my nose into the package and inhaled deeply. The scent was heavenly and enough to get me aroused again. "That itches," I complained to myself. "Oh, I got to stop, think about grandma naked, grandma naked, grandma naked." It wasn't working, but thankfully, I heard a noise out in the hallway and feared being caught, so I quickly stuffed the diapers back into his backpack and then pushed my door closed. I made sure that it didn't latch because I knew if it did, it might make enough noise to wake one or more of my family. I applied the anti-itch cream to my legs, butt cheeks and stomach, taking extra care when applying it to my nuts and penis because I didn't want to run the risk of disturbing the beast again. With a quick change of pants, I made my way back to the living room and somehow made it through the third Indiana Jones movie, which has always been my favorite of the 3 indie films. However, to be honest, I didn't get to see very much of it. Mark kept shifting positions and causing his diaper to crinkle, which, as I'm sure you guessed, would send my mind and emotions reeling. Once the movie ended, Mark climbed back into his sleeping bag and was sound asleep within minutes. It took me over an hour to fall asleep, and when I did, I started to dream. My dream was about Mark and Sean and some girl I have never met, I think. We were chasing after some kind of animal, but that wasn't the weird part of my dream. The weirdest part was that all 3 of us guys, Sean, Mark and me, were outside wearing nothing but a diaper as we ran after that animal. The girl in my dream wasn't wearing a diaper, she was wearing a pair of orange bibbed overalls and bright pink sandals. She was running after us, shouting that we had to catch it and get a diaper on it before it went on the carpet. I don't know why she was worried about the carpet because we, including the animal, were already outside. Boy, I sure do love when I have dreams like that. I wish I had those sorts of dreams more often.